This is a quick video on installing the upper fork stem covers on a Lowrider FXDLS, one of these guys. So I've got some of the brass collection on here and I want it to look pretty, and I'm not overly fond of all the chrome and the shiny bits down here at the top of the fork stem bolts and covers. So here we go. Pro tip 1, run the set screws into the covers until it just barely fits on top of the nuts on the fork stems. Hold on, I'll show that to you now. So what I've done here is I've run that set screw in just enough. Notice that white stuff? That's thread lock provided by Harley. Thank you, Harley. See, it just barely fits. But there's another tip I want to give you, and it'll take a moment to show you. Hold on. So what I've done here is I've put the Allen wrench into the set screw, then put the entire assembly on top of the nut. So the reason I did that, I'm going to be rotating towards the bike, towards my gas tank, especially on the low side here, and we probably don't want to blast out the tank, so probably should put a rag over that, protect the paint. But here's what you do. Just tighten down the Allen wrench a smidge until it's good and tight. There's no torque spec on this. Just mind the paint. You're close to your risers here. I have the stock risers, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and install both sides for the fork tube nuts. And then I've got another tip for the center stem, because that was a little tricky and not in the instructions. All right, so I got the left and the right side on just fine. I should point out that the wrench rotates towards the front of the bike on this side, lefty loosey, righty tighty. So I actually had to move the handlebars. I didn't want to be anywhere near the gas tank, which is probably a smart thing. This, however, was a mystery. It's just lefty loosey, righty tighty. This literally screws in. I've loosened it up most of the way through a thread nut. That's it. That's how these things go on. Didn't know that because I'm a noob. So why Harley didn't put the same threaded screw assembly inside this cover, don't know. Probably cost, but who knows. So anyway, same idea. Position the cap on the nut, put this wherever you want it, where it's least offensive to you, and tighten it down. Be right back. So here we are in glorious landscape mode, because portrait mode kind of sucks. Sorry about that, but you get the point. All three covers are on, looks good, matches the gas gauge on the left, and of course the fuel cap on the right. Next up is timing and derby covers. See ya.